Yeah, there's a bloody seat in my way. We are today, I'm going to film a couple of intros like I do usually. Today we are back on the Morris, and what we are going to do is we are going to, I'm going to call this one PJ's video because he wants to know how to make up the panels and stuff like that. We're going to show how to do that, and we're going to get that section of the inner wheel arch buttoned up. So without further ado, right PJ, tools you are going to require are scissors, marker, cardboard. Now, as I was stating before, I do have the panel, but I ain't using it because it costs so much money. I do apologise, I'm leaning across the camera. So, generally what you do is, it's going to have to be made in a couple of sections, so your old sticky back plastic is going to have to come out as well, and I don't know if your blue Peter badge is still in date, but what we do, this is not going to work right for me, is it? It's not. Now you can see there that doesn't quite reach, but what we're going to do is we're going to get a rough shape of it. With your marker, which I've lost already. There we go. You can feel the rough shape here. You can see it as well. What you're aiming to do, PJ, is just cut it roughly, because what I'm aiming to do is have this piece of cardboard that it sits in behind this panel. When you do that, then you can draw your perfect line before you've cut, and then what I'm going to do then is I'll make this section separately and tape it onto it. So we call this CAD, or cardboard aided design. Now that's not a hodgepodge of my own, that was nicked off another YouTuber. You can kind of see the rough shape of that taken together. So you have to say to yourself, PJ, you have to imagine this cardboard as steel. So you can kind of see the way it's fitting along there. It's fitting high there. It's fitting nicely along here. It's in too far there. So you kind of just manipulate the rough template around. See, that kind of fits there. And then up at the top edge there, it's the same problem. So what we'll do is we'll pull the template out of the bottom, mark it there. Now, as well as that, BJ, if you leave it down a bit here, it gives you room to trim it back when you start putting in the other panels around it. Because you have to remember that's 1, 2, 3, and there's another one here which is 4, so there's 4 panels kind of have to join into this. It's fitting nicely there as well. So just give that a scrape with the marker. The same up here. Let's see if I can shove something up there to hold that out. There we go. Then again, you're getting your rough shape with this. Just mark it along. Make sure it's slightly high, not too high, but slightly high. That way you can trim back the panel. Now I thought I was going to have to tape on here, but actually I will have to take that back out and we'll do a second cut. You can see how that's starting to fit in there now. So what I'll do is I'll get a bit of tape and make this piece here just a little bit longer. So keep me spending 10 minutes looking for some tape. No. Now I'm not too worried about the end of this PJ, and the reason being is this is coming out of it next, so the length of this doesn't really matter. Now, there's your template. Look how well that's sitting in there. Now, it'll have to be trimmed back and all, PJ. But once you have your rough shape, what we'll do is we'll bring it in here and then we'll let you see how you transfer it onto a panel and how you cut it out. And then what I'll do for you is I will get this ready for welding in, and I'll give it a few tacks. I haven't got time up here today to weld it in fully, but we'll get there with it. Right, PJ, as you can see, we have two options here. We could go with the quarter panel off the MPI, or the Morris Minor bonnet that I have for scrap, which has served me great. But there's two ways of looking at it when it comes to this. I'll just put this down properly there. If you look at this panel's curved. Now, you can say to yourself, yeah, that's lovely, but the panel's also curved this way. So basically, it's not suitable for the job at hand. You can see the curve on it there. So that's a no-go. So we're onto our bonnet. Now, it doesn't matter what way you set the template down at all. Throw it like that, throw it any way at all. And the reason it doesn't matter is because it's not really sided until you go to put it in. So you just search around the panel. Looking for the best fit. Now, it's a big section to cut out of this, but I'll bring it in a little bit better. That's a big section to cut out of that bonnet. There is a small bit of a curve there, but we're not going to worry about that. And basically, the easiest way to do this, you can draw around that with a marker, you can do all of that, but the easiest way I find is there you go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut that out. But what I'm going to do is, what you want to do, sorry, is you want to cut just slightly outside that edge. It just gives you enough that if this goes whoopsies, that you can correct it. Because if you cut it too small, it's harder to add metal than it is to take away metal. So what I'll do is I'll grab out the grinder and we'll get this grinded out. Now, for anyone who has one of these McAllister grinders, you know yourselves, you need ear protection. That's they're about 180 decibels. There, PJ. There's a slight bit of a curve there on it, but we can flatten that out. Now, sticker on the ground. Where can you see? There. You see there? Yep. Lovely. Now, anyone spot the mistake? Yeah. Oops. The mistake actually wasn't there, it was here. But that's not too bad. Almost. I have the basic shape of it now, and then you just kind of grind it down to get it to fit. Now you cut off a cut over it. either, but that wouldn't be right. Now, if you look there, PJ, catching here, which is pulling this section off completely. If you set that up there, it's perfect. The back edge there. As soon as you start manipulating the panel, it starts throwing everything out, even though it is right. Now, you can get away with welding that in there as it is, but the easiest thing to do is to grind back this edge here and start tacking along here. And when you start getting around to the likes of here, what you do is you cut along this, and then what you can do is match it the far side, and actually take them off and match this in the far side here, and do that the whole way around, and it will eventually pull itself in. But what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to have to do it for today, because I need to get all the rust off this. I need to get a good edge on it to get it ready for welding. So that's what we'll do off camera. But I think you get the gist of it. So I hope you're happy with the video, PJ. You will see when this is being welded back in, so I have to do an awful lot of work off camera. When this has been welded back in, I'll put in little bits of the footage on how you do the rest of it. Right, I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit short and sweet. I'm very tight for time. As you can see, quarter panel's done. We have that a good bit of it started. As I said off camera, I'm going to treat all of that now and all of that kind of stuff. It's all boring kind of work. Now, if anyone does want to see it, just let me know. PJ, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it amongst your friends, and catch us in the next one.